Glinda returned to Beacon after getting a call and reorganized many policies and rules. Granted that GUN was rewarded for their efforts with their headquarters stationed in Vale, becoming a nation over a kingdom. GUN became a global task force, responding to what happened to Vale might become a possibility happening somewhere else. After the chaos, it seems the other kingdoms have experienced revolts on their own. Salem tied up some loose ends, killing Leo for the failed attempt at the Fall Maiden and causing them to suffer defeat by hunting Amber down in Vale. Raven took to the chaos and looted and plundered all over the place. Winter sent GUN agents to deal with Mistral's chaos. While GUN deal with the fires, the others were left to cope. After a while, Pietro and Penny were busy with something as GUN asked them to handle a project. Jaune was doing well, getting over Gamma and Ozpin's deaths, with Ruby being by his side. She got to know more of Jaune and his life as she felt this was her moment of being responsible of others. Jaune was in the garage cleaning up his bike, which was Ozpin's first gift to him. Ruby came in wearing a tank top jeans as she had a toolbox with her. She helped Jaune maintain his bike. Ruby: "So how are you holding up?" Jaune: "A whole lot better than a few weeks ago. How about you?" Ruby: "Mom came in along with Dad, making sure me and Yang are safe." Jaune: "That's good." Ruby: "Jaune: I'm fine, Rubes. I was able to let all that I felt out. It's hard knowing that they're both gone." Ruby: "Mom always told me that we will meet again someday. I never understood it, but maybe when we all go, we will see each other again in the next life." Jaune: "Thanks, Rubes, that cheered me up." Someone else steps into the garage, carrying a plate of cookies with a glass of milk and chocolate milk for Shadow. Summer: "How are you kids doing?" Ruby: "MOM, I'm not a kid." Jaune: "You sure act like one." Ruby gasped and prepares to have words with him, but as she opened her mouth, Jaune grabbed a cookie and shoved it into Ruby's mouth. Summer giggles at Ruby's annoyed face at a smug Shadow. They just enjoyed the moment as time passes on. Days later, many people attended Ozpin's funeral with Jaune chief among them as he now reclaimed his name. He looks at Ozpin's grave as he set a mug on it with hot coffee in it. Shadow: "I hope you like how I made it, Grandpa." He paid his respects for a few more minutes as he returned back to his class. A new headmaster was chosen, and it was Glinda Goodwitch. Shadow and company was called for a special meeting. Headmistress office. As Teams Ruby, Silver, and Team Sonic, formerly known as Blur. Sonic: "So, what do you think the head honcho wants to talk to us about?" Tails: "I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble in school." Sonic: "Well, that's no good." Knuckles: "We must learn from our elders." Weiss: "It must be something serious if we're all being called." Kira: "Well, we didn't do anything wrong, so it might not be that bad." They all look at Nora. Nora: "What, I haven't broken anything yet." Blake: "Yet?" Leon: "I'm gonna make waffles."
Nora: "No."
"Please. I'll behave." Shadow: "Heh. Yang. First time hearing you chuckle." Shadow: "Don't get used to it." The elevator dings and the doors open to show someone else alongside Headmaster Goodwitch. Glinda: "Team Ruby, Silver, and Sonic, welcome. Please join us." Ruby: Headmistress, who's that?" Glinda: "Oh, I would like you to meet our new instructor, Professor Ozpin." Weiss: "If that is a joke, it's in poor taste, man." Shadow stood forward of them. Shadow: "It can't be." He sees the same aura his grandpa around this new man. Ozpin: "We meet again, little Shadow." Shadow hugs him and lifting him off the ground, and he chuckled and hugged him back. Kira: "How is that possible?" Ozpin: "Sit down, children, and I have a story to tell you all." Sonic disappeared and reappeared with many buckets of popcorn and soda. Sonic: "I got the snacks." One history on the most clusterfuck of a marriage and messy divorce later. Weiss was trying to process the reveal. Blake, so you can reincarnate? Ozpin, yes, and this body was considered brain dead in the hospital I woke up in. So at least I didn't ruin another life. Jaune, why did you step down to being a teach? Ozpin, I wanted to work training this new generation. I used to be a teacher before I became headmaster, Miss Jaune. Shadow, I'm glad to have you back, Grandpa. So we're fighting against Grandma? Ozpin, sigh, that's tomorrow's problem, let's solve today's first. Then another ding came from the elevator. It was General Winter, Penny, and Dr. Pietro. Pietro, so this is where you were, Shadow. Shadow, you were looking for me? Penny, yes. We got a surprise for you. They saw something jutting out from behind them. Penny, we introduce you all to E123 Omega. Everyone. What? Omega. We meet again, Shadow. Shadow. Have we met? Omega. Interrogative. You do not recognize me? I was formerly designated E102 Gamma. Shadow. Gamma? Tails. The robot friend from before? You were able to recover him? Penny. Yes, friend Tails, we were able to retrieve his CPU and were able to preserve him. Pietro. With a few more upgrades from the combat data taken from that battle with Metal Shadow, we took liberties of adding some modifications. Winter, and that is not the only surprise. Shadow, we are hiring you to be a top agent of GUN. Jaune. Well, damn. Shady moving up in the world. Ruby. But he's a part of Team Ruby. Winter. Don't worry, he can still study and work as a huntsman. We are taking him to be a part-time agent. Omega will be a part of his strike team. And someone else strut in. Winter. This is one of our foremost agents, Agent Rouge the Bat. Rouge. Hey there, handsome. I guess we're gonna be a team, huh? Ruby had a tick mark on her head. Ruby. He's already taken. Rouge. Oh, such a shame. Sonic. Whistled. Tails. Knuckles? Hello? Tails was waving his hand in front of Knuckles' face, but he was just staring. Rouge. Hey there, stud. Winter. Agent Rouge, behave yourself. Shadow. So I'm the leader of this team? Winter. Yes, and you will be working on Dr. Eggman's case. Sonic. Hey, he's our archenemy. Winter. Well, we should take you in, as well as a second team. Sonic. Team Blue Justice. Tails. Team Sonic would sound better. Winter. Alright, what's your team call sign, Shadow? Shadow. Team Dark. Ozpin. Good choice. Glinda. He's all grown up. Ruby. That's a cool name, Shadow. As she gave him a hug and gave Rouge a look. Shadow, I knew you'd like it, Rubes. Vale is mending, Salem is plotting, and Eggman is scheming. What happens next?